So what's the big deal about AI headshots? You've seen the ads. They've been on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Send us in 6 to 16 of your favorite shots from your cell phone and we'll make you professional headshots. Sounds like a great deal. Is it? Just how good are these services? Come on in. We're going to take a look. Okay, welcome back to the channel. You know, usually on this channel, we're talking about bicycles, bicycle travel, bicycle events, and taking care of your dash. So, you know, this is a big step out from the normal content here on the channel, but for many of you that don't know, my last 30 plus years of my life, I've been a professional photographer before I started any of this YouTube stuff. And in that, I've done tons and tons of headshots, and I think I know what a good headshot is, and quite frankly, I'm really surprised that, you know, I could send off a few snapshots basically from my cell phone and get a good headshot. Now, there's many different types of headshots. There's corporate headshots where you're looking right into the lens. There's lifestyle headshots, acting headshots, all that sort of thing. And, you know, so to get a variety in 30 minutes off of a half dozen to a dozen shots sent into a company, I'm intrigued. You know, you got me. I want to give it a try. So today's video, basically, we're going to go through the steps that I did. And I picked a company, and we'll go over that in just a bit. But I picked a company, and I sent some basic vacation photos in from various different things. And I did 2 runs. The first run was with the company. They ask you for your profession and what the shots were going to be used for. And the first one that I did, I said I was a YouTube creator and they were going to be used on social media. And for the second batch, I said I was a plumber and they were going to be used on a company website. And I wanted to see what the difference here was between those 2 shots. Is it going to be something that I'm going to get? And, you know, there's going to be this great difference between the 2, between the YouTube creator shots and the plumber shots. So, you know, I thought, let's spin the wheel, see how it goes. And I got to tell you, it was pretty interesting looking at the results. We're going to go over those in a little bit. But got a couple things to go over with you first. So what makes a good headshot? So if it's a corporate headshot, I always tell my clients that they should be looking in the lens. And the reason they're looking in the lens is because that connects them with you, the viewer. Okay? So basically, you're going to get a headshot that when the person's scrolling down that list of find a doctor, find a lawyer, whatever it is that they're searching for on the Google machine, you connect with that person and it stops the scroll. The people that are searching for you online, as far as, you know, a service that you provide, is going to usually connect with the picture first and then read your bio afterwards. So a great headshot stops the scroll and gets them to read about your services or your education or whatever the case may be. Now, I realize that not every headshot is somebody searching to find a lawyer or a doctor or dentist, whatever the case may be. It might just be the regular, hey, this is Bob from accounting, or this is Cindy from Salesforce. You know, those are shots that are obviously headshots. They need to be photographed. And yeah, I think they need to be looking back in the lens because, you know, if I'm talking about being a super trustworthy person, I'm saying, wow, you know, all my shots, I'm not looking at the camera. Okay. So what does that tell me about? There's a body language thing in here too. I mean, literally, if I'm just looking off into the distance, smiling, you don't know what I'm smiling at. Could be anything. Could be an aardvark. Could be an antelope over there. We don't know. But you are the viewer, and you are the person that is looking at my stuff online. So yeah, look into the lens. I don't think a good headshot needs to include anything less than mid-chest. I think it's called a headshot for a reason. We don't have to do the senior pose with your hand up beside your face, looking into outer space. No, just look in the camera. Smile or no smile, doesn't matter. Nobody wants to have a super happy Undertaker. No, not at all. Or the collections department guy. Yeah, you might not want to smile as much. Anyway, so there's a lot of things that go into a headshot, and making a headshot good, acceptable. The other thing is lighting and background choice, clothing choice. You know, for the last few years now, a solid white background has been what a lot of my clients want, and a lot of them are using logo wear from their company. So there's some uniformity. It will be a shirt with a left chest type logo on the pocket, and that's it. So I was really interested to see how we were, you know, how these shots that I sent in were going to be presented. So I went with Aragon AI, and the main reason I went with them is they seem to have the most options up front. There was 3 different levels of service. I chose the middle one, and you were able to pick your occupation and what the shots would be used for. So in an artificial intelligence world, I figured that they're gonna take these things and say, oh, this dude is a salesperson, or this person is a plumber or a mechanic, and they're going to dress the set, so to speak, accordingly. So did they? Not really. And then I picked one that they didn't have in their list, which was YouTube creator. And so while the second pull down had social media in there as a choice, YouTube creator was not a set pull down. Carpenter, plumber, accountant, dentist, all those types of things were basically a thing that said, hey, we have, to me at least as the viewer and the buyer, we have these things available to you in these categories. Okay, so, you know, if you pick carpenter or something else, I would think that you would get more of a blue collar look, more of a casual look. And if I picked something that was more of a creative type thing, I would get some kind of funkier backgrounds and locations. That's what I had in my mind. I also went away from a couple other providers. One specifically said, don't upload photos with glasses. Okay, so I wear glasses. So now I'm thinking to myself, hey, you don't want my business because you don't want me to upload things with glasses. And although I wear glasses sometimes and I wear contacts other times, it's a 50-50 mix if you were to meet me, you know, on the street or whatever, that I would have glasses or contacts on. I really like to wear contacts because then I can put on, you know, sunglasses and things like that. In the world of DSLR photography, if I have contacts in, I can actually put my eye closer to the eyepiece and see what's all around the edges of the photo, so we're not getting anything weird in there. And I normally don't shoot with glasses on. When I do, that sets my eye back from the eyepiece. But now, with mirrorless cameras and all that sort of thing, we're kind of looking at the LED screen or the screen on the back. So that really doesn't come into play as much. Anyway, that's a lot to go over about why I do and don't wear glasses. Basically, comes down to I need to see. And yeah, that's the way that goes. So there was another company that I looked at, and I'm not going to mention these companies specifically. You can go look and read and stuff. I'll have some screenshots I did. There was another company that I couldn't really tell if it was a subscription service. They seemed to be more connected with trying to get teams of people to do this. So if your small office needs new headshots, you know, send the 6 people to us and we'll do these corporate headshot look things for you. And that's really not what I was looking for. That was really not what I was trying to figure out. I was just thinking, hey, I'm going to take some shots, I'm going to send them in. I didn't do any special shots either. A couple of my shots that I sent were rejected because they had a second face in them. And so all I did is I went to Photoshop, cropped the second face out, resubmitted it, and it went through fine. You know, I have a lot of shots where I'm looking in the camera. And again, most of the time we have our picture taken, we're looking at the camera. You know, we're not looking off into space, or there's not a floating cat over here or anything like that. That was all in the 80s. But now we're kind of looking back to the camera. So even though I was wearing different things, I was somewhat squinting in some. I did send some with glasses and some without glasses. But there was really never any side profile, or, you know, I never thought I was going to be on the side of a nickel or anything, so I wasn't looking one way or the other. And they limited me to sending 8 shots. So I just made sure it was a variety. And what I got was really quite interesting. The other thing that I had to deal with, or that they had to deal with, I guess, was facial hair. Because, see, I've got this thing going on. And, you know, depending on when you see my videos, it gets longer because I don't really chop it off too much. But, man, they did. I've got several different beard looks in my shots, and we'll go over those here in a few minutes. But man, it was interesting. So glasses were okay, and the beard was okay. Then you think about the one other thing. When you take a selfie, it's reversed. Now, there are some cameras that will reverse the image back to right reading, if you will. So if you're taking your picture in front of the Yellowstone sign, it says Yellowstone. If you're taking your picture out in front of a restaurant, it says the restaurant name, or a bike shop, or whatever it is. It's not reversed. So you can do that, but you look much different in a selfie than you do to a person that's you know, seeing you face to face. You look different in the mirror. And your hair part's on one side and not the other. I was interested to see how all these things, would they switch these things? My hair parts over my left side. So, you know, are they all that way? Well, we're going to go over these, as I keep saying, in a few minutes. But I was really surprised. Not only did my beard length change, my hair color changed. And, you know, in the drop down, you pick your eye color and you pick your hair color. Well, with this mess, yeah, salt and pepper wasn't really an option. So I just picked gray. It was a little bit all over the place. Picked blue for my eyes. And yeah, it was really quite interesting.
Hooray!
And as we scroll these through, you know, there's 100 shots. I sent in 8. And, you know, I'm getting weird college professor vibes from this. I also think it's kind of interesting in these 3, you know, how I have different facial hair being cropped off there. You know, I realize that, you know, they're all going to be different. And that's the hope here. I mean, we've got shorter. We've got the long, full Santa thing going on there. Kind of a little more hipster, a little more ragged, and then kind of the lumberjack thing going on here. And, you know, those are just in 5 shots down the road. If you look, at least all these have my hair parted on the same side. Now, if you take these and you go through, look at the difference in the hair. This is probably, if you watched any of the other part of the video, is probably what my hair looks like the most current right now. This and this one, you know, these are all different. This is the shot here from the thumbnail, and that's the one I made black and white. And my beard is not this long. And this one here, you know, the head size is disproportionate to the shoulders. This looks passable, not a favorite, but passable. Once again, way different facial hair in all the different shots. This is probably the least facial hair I had on any of these things. And it's kind of funny how they've kind of not cropped off the whiskers on this side, and yet they have done all these other facial hair differences. Okay, we're all still doing the hair part on the correct side. On the side, they're all looking the same as far as that goes. Yeah, so again, here the face seems kind of flat. That looks cut out to me. If this was an actual photo, I would definitely say, yeah, that's not good. Coming back down here, again, supposed to be a plumber, used on the social media website, and this does not look like me. Look like I'm at an awards show, probably a plumbing awards show, because that's what I had told them I was doing. And then once again with the facial hair, we got a little bit of everything going on. Oh, look, see the part here? See the part here? Yeah, I keep parting it on the same side, but all of a sudden you've got one that's kind of flipped there, And that happened on the other one where I said I was a YouTube creator. So, yeah, it's pretty interesting to me what they came up with. This is I'm going to go out and feed the tigers later, apparently. That's what I'm doing on that one. And this is my geriatric gaming profile shot right here. And these two here, I don't know. I've apparently... This one is probably the most passable in this row. This looks like I'll be, probably leading a retreat for self-awareness. And this might say plumber. Yeah, that might say plumber. And again, not the same glasses either. I don't own these glasses. I've got a couple without glasses, but that's pretty much it. So... this is the plumber one. Some usable stuff. I think the faces are a little too far away. If I was going to photograph a headshot, I would have this type of cropping with the face being about that size, occupying about 2/3 of the actual picture. But then again, if this was a lifestyle type headshot, where I wanted some more sense of place or anything, that would be good. Look, on this one, I've grown a hand. It's very nice. Yeah, so... some of this looking off into the future stuff. Again, this is some sort of George Orwell meets Colonel Sanders, apparently. And yeah, that's what we're looking at on this round. And once again, I've just got a few here that I would actually say, I would actually post. So there you have it, plumber round. Okay, this is the YouTube Creator round. Now, YouTube Creator was not in their pull-down menu as Plumber was before. And I really didn't know what to expect on this. It was basically the job title was YouTube Creator, and it was going to be used in social media. And this is what I got. Once again, I got 100 shots. I sent in about 8. This cost me $39 each round. So... these are actually a little bit better. There's more here that I like than I don't like. And with this YouTube Creator thing, there's actually more shots without suits or tuxedos in there. I'm not really sure about these kind of suspenders type thing. I realize we're doing shots from all over the country, or all over the world, excuse me. And so here we go back through we got some suit shots and a little bit of everything. I mean, when you start looking at these things, go back to, the hair, facial hair. I mean, here's a great row right here. When we look at this, we've got the coiffed look. We've got the kind of a little looser look and smaller. You go up one row, you got the big lumberjack type beard. But oh, look at this. Hair parted one side. Then we got the flip, just for no apparent reason. And once again, as I said earlier in the video, part my hair over the left. My left, which would be this side. And once again here, this is like, I don't know, the hair's a little messed up, more coiffed, different colors, all that sort of thing. And keep in mind the shots that I sent in were actually taken in the period of a few months. So when we go to a shot like this, where the ceiling is covered with lima beans in this world that I live in, this is a lot whiter than my hair is. This here is more like what I would be doing. Now, one of the things with the logo type stuff, nobody's looking at the logo to see what it says, but you could easily put a logo on any of these shirts and have branded wear. These glasses, don't know, never. These are more like my glasses. Here's another one right here. See this eye? We'll make this one a little bit bigger. It comes up in this. It comes up in a few. It's like I was squinting. And so when I look at this and this is the specific area, this eye and that eye just don't go together. And there's always a couple of extra wrinkles here as far as that goes. The beard looks a little bit more fake, and I don't know exactly if this is supposed to be a camera strap or if it's supposed to be a some sort of a vest type thing as far as that goes. This one, kind of like it overall. I mean, it's a lot thinner than I am, but I'll take it. But all the heads are bullseyed in these things. So if I was going to actually crop this into a photo, I'm using this line right about here, right where my hairline is, for where my eye level would be. And that's just a rule of thirds thing, compositionally, from a photographer, if I was lining this up in the camera or not. This, pretty good. Not liking that. This, very contrasty. I do think that the stuff that you're looking at here is overall really decent out of a shot that I've gotten on a cell phone, So, don't know exactly the lederhosen look here. Don't really understand that. This looks exactly like, a shirt and tie that I would wear with a suit jacket. I get that. And this looks like I might be going through some sort of well, let's just say it looks different. Over here, don't know if I'd ever buy that shirt. This guy right here. And, overall, I was kind of surprised, like they have this kind of weird lens flare type thing in the bottom. This doesn't make any sense to me. It's a tuxedo. I've got this stripy thing here. Is it a tie? I've got a bow tie here. I've got buttons. Is this supposed to be a vest? I don't really understand it. This is my conducting at the opera or the band contest, I guess. And yeah, again, once of these, looking off into the distance, I like that looking into the camera thing. I mean, there are quite a few good ones with that. Once again, YouTube creator, this is what I got. This basically is actually one of my favorite ones overall. It looks like I've just called in and told the people to burn the rental car and we'll meet at the destination that we talked about previously. It's just got that air of mystery around it. All right, so there you have it. This is the YouTube creator round, and much different than the Plumber photos as far as that goes. This one down here, I would say that this is a pretty good smile, kind of used to what I'm normally looking like or looking at on a hike, that type of thing. But overall, I'd say 100 shots out of each one, so I got a total of 200 shots. There's probably 4 from each round that I would actually pick and use. But yeah, that was my experience with AI. And this, if I had to post this for something
I don't know what it would be. You know, I don't know that I would do this for a LinkedIn shot. I don't know that I would do this for a like a website that had my bio on it. You know, once again, we're on this parting of the hair thing. You know, some of the shots look decent. Some of the shots look believable. There's also several that look disproportionate, where the head size is disproportionate to the shoulders, or it's a little strange overall. And I'm trying to scroll through here real quick to see if I can find one in this group. There was one that my head was offset on, and it just looked like it was taken on a very windy day or something. But my body and my head did not line up. I didn't get any with the third arm. Didn't have any of that type of stuff, which I've seen people post. And anyway, that is it from this round. And now we'll go back to the video.
So is this better than hiring a photographer? Maybe. Maybe it is. Maybe you need to get a headshot out on your LinkedIn or something that's not specific. You don't have a rest of a team. You know, you don't have 7 salespeople you don't have to have any unity or anything. It's just these random people. Yeah, maybe it's okay. I still think that a headshot is kind of a pain in the butt to get taken. You got to find somebody. You got to go there. They got to come to you. And yeah, it's kind of a pain. But you know, I did get probably 4 to 5 shots out of the 100 that I'd actually post. And if you look at the thumbnail for this thing, and I'll put it up here, but the thumbnail has my hair going parted one way and parted the other way. The black and white shot was something that I made, not that they gave me. Hey, is it better than hiring a photographer? Well, I think in an instant where you need a professional looking photo and all you've got are selfies, I mean, yeah, go ahead and do it. It's going to be the easiest path to, get to getting a headshot. You're going to have 100 to look through if you order the same package that I did. And quite frankly, I did have a few that I liked. I mean, I also was able to take them into Photoshop and doctor them up a little bit. Some of the flyaway hair and stuff like that was a little weird. And again, with the parting on the wrong side of the hair, or parting the hair on the wrong side of the head because the image is being flipped. I just sent the things in as they were out of the camera. I did mention earlier if there was a second face, I just blurred that one or tried to crop it out, and then the AI seemed to take it. So it was quite the experience. I did learn something, and yeah, I think there's a circumstance where this is a great deal. It doesn't replace having your picture made by a professional photographer for a specific purpose. Hopefully that will never go away. But all right, thanks for watching. It's kind of a departure from the normal stuff on the channel. Normally it's bike travel, all that good stuff. But every once in a while I branch out and do something a little weird, and this is definitely it. And well, thanks for sticking around. If you're new to the channel, poke around, see the other content we have. Maybe you'd like to subscribe. At least give us a thumbs up if you did enjoy this. And also in the description, there is a link to the website that I got the headshots done at. And it gives you kind of a level up. So you pay for one level and you get a free level up. I don't get anything out of it, but I figured, hey, as long as they're offering it, I'll pass it on to you guys. And hey, maybe you'll like the video. So until next time, get out there and take care of your dash. We'll see you on the trail. One of them being a plumber, one of them being a YouTube creator. Yes, there are plumbers that are YouTube creators and vice versa. But I didn't really know what I was going to get when I did YouTube creator. I figured they'd be a little more avant-garde, so to speak. A little bit more on the artistic side, and a plumber I figured would be a little bit more on the blue collar side. So, you know, in the long run, I got a lot of tuxedo shots. And, you know, plumbers do wear tuxedos every once in a while, but most of the time they're wearing a blue collar, they're wearing PPE, and you'll never see them chewing their fingernails. Yeah, let that soak in for a minute. But the one thing you have to remember about plumbers, without your plumber, you'd have nowhere to go.